Everyone, I honestly think TaylorMade may have made a huge mistake. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Guys, that is right, I honestly think TaylorMade have made a huge mistake with their 2022 golf balls. You see, I've been using the TaylorMade TP5 X picks for quite some time now, and I've really enjoyed it. I've loved the uniqueness of it, I've loved the ball flight, I've loved the distance that it gives me, and pretty much everything about it, including the feedback on putts. But now we have the TaylorMade Tour Response Stripe golf ball, and for me, I've absolutely loved testing this. You guys have loved it on the channel as well. And when we speak about feedback on putts, it really doesn't get much better than that. And so much so, I've actually been holing way more putts, so it feels like I have been, than before. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to test these golf balls out here on the course today, and also in the studio, see which one goes further, with driver and out here on the course. Right. And you see, guys, this is actually quite a big test for me today, because I'm honestly considering putting the TaylorMade Tour Response Stripe in the bag ahead of the TP5 X picks. Now, I know that the picks works better for me on a launch monitor, or I thought I did, stay tuned for that, but the Tour Response Stripe feels absolutely fantastic. It's a three-piece ball with a urethane cover, and that's generally what you do pay big money for. You can get these for $35.99 a dozen, and the picks are going to set you back, I knew we were going to run out of that at some point, and the picks are going to set you back around £40 a dozen, so not much in it when it does come to price. Let's see what happens out here on the golf course. We'll kick things off with the TP5X, the picks, and like I said, this is a ball that I have really enjoyed. I'm not looking to change it, but having tested the Tour Response Stripe, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully we can match that with the stripe, because that was outstanding. Now, one thing I'm not doing, I'm not lining the stripe up off the tee. I find that quite off-putting, so I put it this way, so visually it looks like that for me down at the ball, which I quite prefer. Same again. What difference will we see off the tee? And they're two identical shots, so that is going to be interesting. Got it. Northern Ball Markers tee, innit? I can't leave it in. Right, guys, this could get interesting, I think. Stay tuned. So guys, as you all know, it's mega important to me that you are a part of these videos, so do me a big favour, get in the comments below, what golf ball are you currently using, how much do they cost for a dozen, and why are you using it? Guys, make sure you stay tuned to see the indoor section of this video, because you will not believe the difference in these golf balls. Literally, it is mind-blowing. Stay tuned. Right, guys, we have the two tee shots here, and the first one's actually missed the fairway. I felt like I struck both of them pretty good, but this is the picks, I can already see it, and that is a stripe down there in the fairway. Now, this is something which I love about both of these golf balls. You can tell it's yours from a mile away until other people start playing them. And then you need to start marking your ball and knowing your number again, which I know you should do anyway. But let's see if we can capitalise on these two. They're still two good tee shots. I think that one of them might have just taken a better bounce. When you're testing things on the golf course, this kind of thing can happen. Right, gap wedge out the rough, send it down there. Go on, that's all over it if it's there. We'll take that. And it's interesting because these both have the urethane cover, as I've mentioned, but with the TP5 having the 5-piece, obviously, as opposed to the 3-piece, how much more performance is that going to get you? And if it is going to get you that much more performance, how much difference does it make as opposed to maybe holding one more putt around, two more putts around, which I seem to have been doing with the Tour Response Stripe? That was a long talk, wasn't it? We're finally here at it in the fairway. The boys could be in trouble there, but we'll go with it. Similar shot, just a bit shorter, probably 80 yards or so. How much performance can we get on the green? Can we stick it close? Here's a bounce in. I'd say they are pretty much on as even to start with. So we're almost going to call this a bit of match play. The TP5 is a little bit further away than the Stripe. Let's see if we can hold this to go one up and see if it's going to potentially stay in the bag. Guys, if the Stripe wins, I will put it in the bag this season. I like it that much. Oh, good feedback. And that is apart with the picks. Right, let's see if we can roll this in to go one up with the Stripe. Have been holding more putts than expected with this. Whether or not it is the alignment or something else. Go on! Oh, we'll take that. That's 2 4s. Finish it off. Right guys, now I know that a big factor for all of you here will be driver, big dog. How far does the ball go? What spin rate do I get? And what ball speed do I get? Let's test it first out on the golf course, and then guys, make sure you stay tuned because you don't want to miss the indoor section of this video. I promise. Right, we'll go Stripe first this time. That's delightful. That is so nice. Big high fade, right hand side of the fairway. See if we can do the same with the Picks ball. You would anticipate more ball speed with the Picks. That's exactly the same. Oh, let's see where they've got to. So guys, 2 fairly close shots again, but you'll see we've missed the fairway with one once again. This is actually the perfect line for me on this hole. Quite often I get blocked out by those trees. You see the ball in the fairway is the Picks, which means the longer ball is the Tour Response Stripe. Which one are you taking? Guys, get in the comments below and let me know. And I'm actually really pleased with this comparison so far because the swings have been quite identical. I'm going to go the full pitching wedge here, land it up on top of the banking, hopefully not get too much action and stay close to the banking. Big good. Big good. Oh, that is a great shot with the Picks. That's exactly what I expect from a TP5. Now, can the Tour Response Stripe give us that same control? And I must admit, I'm quite impressed with the distance so far of the Tour Response Stripe out here on the golf course. We're going one less club again. Right. This is pretty much lined up to the left-hand side of the green for me as well. It's going to be some shot to get inside of the Picks from here. Well, he's at it. Just sit. Sit. Oh, go. Stay. Ah. The wind seemed to hit that a little bit more. We're slightly into. And that is slightly short. Right. Game on. Now, I keep alluding to the indoor numbers, guys, for these 2 balls. Stay tuned. After this hole, we're going to assess them. And I want to know your thoughts as well. It's quite interesting. So, guys, you can see the TaylorMade Picks there, the TP5. That stopped quite nicely, actually. Tour Response landed just on this hill. Finished down there, unfortunately. Oh, we have the line. Right, a tame effort with the Stripe, and this is to go one up with the TP5. Got it. Got it. We don't even need to put with the Stripe. That is one up and one under with the Picks. Right, that is one up to the TaylorMade TP5X Picks. I'm a little bit heartbroken actually because there's certainly a soft spot in my game for the Tour Response Stripe. Guys, I've been egging it on for ages. Let's talk some numbers. This is interesting. So here is the part you have all been waiting for. Which ball works the best with a driver? Now, often when we look at golf balls with driver, we look at ball speed, we look at spin rate, we look at distance. And for me, they're the huge factors that people look at. Personally, I would rather have a golf ball that feels good around the green, that launches how I want it to, because often I find we don't see much difference with driver. So let's have a look at these numbers and see exactly what we saw. So looking at the numbers, you'll see we actually did get more ball speed with the TP5X, which you would expect with it being a more premium ball. And it also launched a little bit lower, but you'll see it spun just that little bit more. So we did get more distance overall with the TP5X picks, 2 yards albeit, but looking at those standard deviations, you'll see that actually they're very, very similar. So it comes down to your preference on how they look and how they feel, and obviously how much they cost. So guys, there you go, very, very similar numbers, and that's what I would expect. To be fair, you wouldn't expect things to be too different with these two golf balls. The TaylorMade TP5X having a little bit more ball speed, which you maybe would anticipate with it being a 5-piece golf ball, but the Tour Response stripe actually giving us a better spin rate and a very, very similar distance. The numbers actually crossed over with the averages, so we're not going to say that one's gone further than the other. That's a point to the Tour Response, isn't it? Right, drivable par 4 to finish. We'll go TP5 to start. And that's either very good or tight.
That's good.
I do. Tiny bit left of the other one, but this could be quite close, I think. So guys, 2 pretty good drives there, and it's becoming quite apparent that this test is becoming more and more about personal opinion. Which paint job do I prefer? Which feel do I prefer on and around the greens and with driver? Because these balls are performing pretty well. Whenever I do a Talking Balls episode with Chris, I always think, how good do you really have to be to see a proper difference in a golf ball over the span of a whole 18 holes a season? We've got a couple of good shots on the green there as well. I'm hoping the lads don't move the flag just yet. Don't move it yet, please! Right, TaylorMade stripe there. I could call it by its full name, but it's a bit of a mouthful. And TP5 there. So again, very, very similar. But remember, the picks is 1 up. 1 to play. Right, it all comes down to this. Now, I could quite easily put this, but I feel like this stripe ball is soft enough to get a bit of feel. See if we can stick this nice and close, or even in for an eagle. Ah, it goes the other way. Oh. Enjoyable though, very enjoyable. Right guys, this for eagle, and 2 for the match for the TP5. I've got to say, I almost feel like the match is a little bit redundant, but oh, that's for an eagle. Oh! Oh!
It was given anyway. It was given.
Right. So guys, quite a disappointing 3-putt there, but I did feel like I had to go for the eagle, and then that's match play golf, isn't it? But that's honours even for the TaylorMade TP5X and the TaylorMade Tour Response stripe. Guys, I'm going to leave this to you. Get in the comments below, what golf ball should I use for this season? Should I use the picks or the stripe? Guys, let me know, and let me know if you're going to try them as well. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye!